hit the subscribe button on this channel and click the bell icon to get instant updates from Chess Talk.
Hello friends, welcome to Chess Talk. I am Jitendra Advani. In this video, I am going to share with you a secret trick to trap your opponent's queen. This is a gambit that you can play when your opponent uses the Scandinavian defense. So for those of you who don't know what a gambit is basically a chess opening strategy in which a player sacrifices his material of lesser value, like a pawn, with the hope of achieving an advantageous position. It's like a chess trick to fool your opponent. First, you lure your opponent into capturing your pieces for free, and then you come up with a solid sequence of moves to capture a major piece. This trick is something you definitely should not miss. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. The trick I'm going to share with you today is commonly known as the Tennison Gambit. Keep in mind that you can apply this trick only if you are white and your opponent has played pawn d5 as his opening move. So here's how it goes. You are white, you play the king's pawn opening, that is pawn to e4. Your opponent responds with the queen's pawn opening by moving his pawn to d5. This is popularly known as the Scandinavian defense. After this move, you start setting up your trap. The obvious move for you would be to take the pawn on d5, but no, you don't have to do that. What you have to do is to bring your knight on f3. After this, the most natural move for black will be to capture your pawn on e4. I'm sure he will definitely go for this move because he's not only winning a pawn, but he can also then threaten your knight on f3. Now that your knight is being threatened by the pawn, your next move will be to move your knight from f3 to g5. This way, you not only save your knight, but also you threaten black's pawn hanging on e4. This move is now going to be the decisive move. Black now has to save his pawn from being captured. He has a few options here. Option number 1. He can bring his pawn to f5 and give support to his pawn hanging on e4. The problem with this move is that he opens up the king's side, which can be exploited if white brings out his queen and attacks. So this seems an unlikely option. Option number 2. He can bring out his white bishop to f5 to support his pawn. But this move also does not seem right because this places the bishop in an awkward position without any support. Also, white can bring out his other knight and continue to threaten the pawn. So this move is also highly unlikely. Option number 3. He can bring out his knight to f6 to support his pawn. This looks like a good move. Black not only supports his pawn, but he also brings his knight to an active square and develops his knight. So this is the move that black should ideally be playing. Now is the time for your next move. You need to now move your queen's pawn forward. Move it to d3. This is an invitation to black to capture this pawn. Black will definitely go for the capture since he is already a pawn up, and this is a chance for him to get rid of this awkwardly placed pawn. Congratulations, this is what you wanted. You will now capture the black pawn with your white bishop. This is the position you were aiming for. Now it does not matter whatever move black plays. The game is all yours. Once black is done with his next move, it's time for you to unleash the deadly move. Capture the black pawn on f7 with your knight. You are now threatening black's queen as well as his rook. Black is in big trouble here. He has no option but to capture your knight with his king. It's time for a check now. Move your bishop to g6. It's a check to black. He's left with no option other than capturing the white bishop with his king. He can't go back and support his queen because the white bishop is covering the entire diagonal. Done. You got the black queen by sacrificing your knight and bishop. This is a solid advantage. it should be a cakewalk from here. Game over. So that is how you can use the gambit to trap your opponent and get the black queen so early on in the game. That's it guys, hope you enjoyed this chess video. If you have any questions or any thoughts to share or any other video suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments section below. I read all the comments and reply wherever required, so don't hesitate to ask your chess queries. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful. For more such chess videos, hit the subscribe button below. For some interesting chess tips and tricks, you can like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter. Links are in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.